the specimen paper.
Yeah, sorry, please come again.
You discussed this.
Hmm.
You discussed a specimen paper with us.
I discussed the specimen paper with you, and then I wanted to discuss and explain. You have to keep making your notes, beta. You have to be sure for one thing that I need to write down my notes. The notes are going to be generated from the lectures, from the explanations that you're listening, you're attending. Why? Because you are going to ultimately make an improvisation with your own answers. For anything that you study, you need features. I told you, what do we exactly mean by the of form of the text? What do we mean by form of the text? We mean by form, okay? We mean by form the features. In other words, you may also call it the characteristics. What are the qualities? What are the characteristics of a text? Any type of writing that you compose, it has a certain way of reading. For example, in O levels, you must have been taught about why informal writing is different than formal writing. And then you realize, yeah, because I am addressing in informal writing my aunt, my brother, my siblings, my family. So people who are very close to me and I have blood relations with them. You do realize that every text has a distinct quality of its formation, of what is the form, what makes the text, you know. Features are the qualities, that's something what makes the text, what makes the text, how the text is shaped. So I need to be, first of all, knowing all of these on my fingertips. I need to slowly and gradually learn about a promotional text, promotional campaign about holiday destinations, beach, island, um, business, let's say business meetings or resorts, or for any purpose where you are traveling, and you needed to stay for a night or two, any kind of campaign that involves some sort of publicity. Then you have, these both names are the same thing to each other. So I will be repeating one or the other way. So I am not yet announcing anything about the quiz, but yes, you need to bear in your mind that, beta, in your specimen paper, the first style of the text is an advertisement. In AS English language reading paper, there are different styles of texts. Text means the passages, the quality of the writing, and here we are studying about advertisements. What makes an advertisement an advertisement? Like what shape of the text, what language used, what is the style of it? These are the three things that you need to know. I repeat, I will be focusing upon the form. I will be focusing upon the form, and then language use, the style. These are the three ways in which I will be exploring your text. So this is a list of the form, the language, the style, how they all shape a text. Okay. So this was a quick recap that I wanted to let you know. Please keep making your bullet points. This will be so essential, which is very, very important for you to understand. Now let's just get started. How will you, when you're reading up a test, what do you need to ask yourself? What is the purpose of the text? Why is it trying to persuade? The purpose of the text, let's say you say that it's to persuade. Why is it trying to persuade you, convince you? To make a sale. As simple as that. They want more people to buy their product. They want more people to, uh, you know, uh, purchase their holiday packages, holiday destinations, any sort of idea. To whom the text is targeted? To whom? That means I need to talk about my audience. Purpose, audience. Register, tone. Yesterday I talked about this acronym also. So who are my audience? Let's say I need to go to a beach resort. Okay. I need to go to a beach resort. So can you tell me a beach resort is perfect for what type of people? What type of people? You tell me. Beach resort. What type of people? Aisha, Shiza. Yes, beta. Beach resort. Who would be going to this place? Families, right? We are talking about families. We're talking about newlywed couples. We are talking about some people who want to have families and friends. Yes. You know, as in like couple together. Yes. Friends group together for socializing. Maybe some vloggers, they want to record some of the parts of this and they want to give a review of this beach resort. So you need to see. Then the tone, I mean the register, the style in which you will be writing is going to be semi-formal. I would request Aisha Amim to read point number 4 and 5. Read point number 4 and 5.
Tone. The voice of the writer changes or remains the same. Contrast, parallel, comparison. Visual imagery, adjectives, rhyming words, poetic language, alliterations. Scorching sun, 2 to 3 written together in the same sentence, action verbs.
So I need to tell you some more things about it. Okay, I will go a bit slow. Visual imagery is anything to do with your colors. If you find too many of the colors, shapes, or adjectives are being used, talking about the quality of the place, are there rhyming words? Do you, yesterday we talked about some of the, promotional campaigns that they do use rhyming words. They do use rhyming words, something which is resonating and giving a very melodious effect. You must have heard some of the slogans of the advertisement. They have this rhyming quality. Why? Because rhyming or poetic language. Poetic language, what does it do? It makes an emotional appeal to the audience. What does it do, beta? Emotional appeal to the audience. Let's take an example of some of the, let's say some of their life insurance company. In life insurance company, any kind of promotional campaign would always be talking about that there is someone, you know, taking care of your family. Fairness creams, they would always talk about targeting the insecurity of a person not being confident because of the complexion or such, which is truly outdated. But yes, they do use that emotional appeal to target their insecurity so that they should give in, they should submit themselves to buy something. Then you have alliterations. I have already talked about it. This is one of the examples of an alliteration. A scorching sun, you're describing up a beach, and you don't have to write it down. It will be given to you. You need to identify these features from the text. The purpose. So this list should be in front of you. This document should be in front of you when you are reading an advertisement, any sort of promotional campaign. So what is an alliteration? 2 to 3 written letters. I mean words. They're starting with the same in the same sentence, but they're using the same sound. You see, sibilant sound, same sound. This is called alliteration. Again, what does it do? It shows that you are a professional writer. It's a scripted campaign. People had invested time in making it more appealing towards the audiences. Action verbs. You want to show some kind of movement in your text. The movement is always going to be about having fun and an element of enjoyment and an element of beta enjoyment. So you do realize that this is going to be important. Then number 6, we are right over here. I'm here. Metaphors, extended metaphors, consecutive use of metaphors. Metaphors everyone knows. For example, if I say I am a swan, A teacher is a swan because she's very composed and calm on the outside, but on the inside she's paddling really hard and she's working for the worksheets, she's planning lessons, she's marking, she's grading. So this is a metaphor. What do I mean by extended metaphor? If in one paragraph or in two, three paragraphs consecutive use of metaphors appear, that means one after the other, the metaphor comes. I have read three metaphors in my top paragraph, then second paragraph has two more paragraphs. So the more metaphors. This is known as extended metaphor, consecutive use of metaphors. Okay, then I am here. This is called personification simile. I think everyone knows about personification. Shiza beta, do you know anything about personification or do I need to recap? Should I recap beta for you? I will recap for you. Personifications are those in which you give a living quality to a non-living thing. If I say the walls have ears, that means I'm giving a human attribute to the wall, which is just just an object. It's an abstract idea. Personification, simile. You're like a beautiful rose. So I compared you with a beauty, with a beautiful flower. And irony, if there is any. Irony is called basically the reversal of your expectation. The reversal of one's expectation. It will not always be there, beta, but I'm saying if there is any. I am listing down the exhausting points about advertisement. I am not saying each and every promotional text will be loaded with it, but it's important that you should know about it. This is important. All right, let's proceed. Aisha, we are going smooth. Are you able to get the feature so far? Shiza beta?
Yes, miss.
Okay, that's lovely. That's lovely. Then you have, thank you for acknowledgement. I really appreciate. Rhetorical questions. What do we mean by rhetorical questions and tag question? Rhetorical question is such because I need to talk to my audiences. I need to connect with them. I need to connect with them. So if I say that, don't you want to miss this opportunity, which is worth lifetime? Question mark. So that is going to be a rhetorical question, which makes you reflect that I don't want to miss on the. It could be a flight, service that you don't want to miss. You want to fly through, let's say, Emirates. You want to fly by any other, an international flight, a business class. It could be a promotional campaign for it. Tag questions are always confirmatory questions. They will always and always ask you towards the end, isn't it? Isn't it? Wasn't it? Won't you? Don't you? So let's say you're taking an English language class, aren't you? So this is what we call a tag question. These both combine together to make the reading more relatable, as if the writer is talking to you. Because it's a promotional campaign, it has to do with marketing lexis. Lexis or lexical choice. It means only one thing, beta. Don't be afraid of looking at this word. All right, don't be afraid of looking at this word. It simply means vocabulary, vocabulary choice. Lexis could, because you have to sell it. At the end of the day, you have to sell it. There has to be a push strategy to the market. How you're going to make people feel that the significant importance, the significance of the product. Um, it may use any business jargons also. Jargons are known as technical term. These are better technical terms. Business jargons like what? Can you tell me any example of business jargons? Let me give you an example of botanical jargon. For example, when you say flora and fauna, that is botanical, something to do with plants, right? Then when you're talking about monsoon season, you're talking about the changes in, if it's raining too much, then you're saying, oh, tropical jargon, something to do with technical terms. And you want to say that how this vocabulary and jargon combine together to shape up the text. All right. So you have to realize, because when you look at, let's say, there is one of the advertisements for donation. There is a charity organization for animal rights. Dogs should not be shot dead in the public. If they have an issue related to like biting in public places, I mean, there should be given shelter, they should be given medical, benefit, animal rights related charity organization, or it could be for natural disaster. So when you're talking about natural disaster, like it could be, you tell me one of the examples of natural disaster, any one example of natural disaster. Natural disaster related to earthquake, isn't it? And then you have, let's say, thank you, you're giving me flood. Yes, flood victims. So when you're using flood victims and you're going to talk about, let's say, tsunami that has hit, or let's say landsliding, these are jargons, these are technical terms which have been used. With business, beta, there will always be a company that is involved into, shaping their whole product. So you have to look at for the words. I will show you in the text also. Then, because promotional campaign, something that exists in reality, so that means it will always be a factual detail. When you look at Life Boy, a soap, you know, it has been authorized, it has been approved by London Association of Health and Sciences. So it always like gives you a factual detail. It will show you, you must have seen Dettol advertisement. Any germ killing sanitizer or soap, wherever you have seen, you must have noticed, beta, that it always tells you statistics. What kind of statistics? You tell me. It kills these many. How much of the percentage they would always mention? It kills these percent of germs. And there is a model who is wearing this, it's just a way of presenting a doctor impression, a clinical message that has been provided to the public. So how many percent of the germs can Dettol kill, or any other product that is claiming? It claims, the tone becomes claiming. The tone becomes claiming and promising. Aisha Meme says 99% of the germs, 99.9% of the germs. Yes, this is almost a use of statistics. Absolutely. So you do get an idea that it makes use of repetition and exaggeration also. These are linking points, short or long paragraph. But in case when you have a luxurious apartment, it will give you a very welcoming, homely, um, welcoming and homely impression in the very first beginning, so that you can be forced, you can have your heart in it. Comment on the use of tenses and punctuation. This is important. Tenses, like, is it written in the present tense? Present tense, because it makes it more believable. Lively it is, and it is engaging. When we are talking about punctuation, you need to realize the importance of hyphen. When you're writing a sentence and you come across a little dash floating in the middle of the line, we call it hyphen. What do we call it, beta? We call it hyphen. So it always serves a purpose of giving extra details. extra details. They give you side information. They always give you side information. They as if like talking to you on the side, hey, let's buy this. Then you have superlative degree or comparative degree. For example, comparative degree is known as good, better, or best. So आप मुझे बताएं, you can tell me in any one of the ways what exactly do we mean by superlative degree is best, number one, comparative degree, it's better, most beautiful, something to do with the intensity of the way you like, the intensity of your appreciation. You want to show how exclusive your product is and you say, oh, it's special, it's the best in the market. That is your most appealing way of addressing the audiences. If you come across parentheses, that means this means parenthesis means what, beta? It means side information, added information, side information, added information again. So we have almost been given 17 features of an advertisement. Now with the period of time you would be learning with me, you would realize that, all right, I need to, while I'm practicing, I need to identify them. I need to know them so that I can identify such features from the text. Is there any point that you want me to describe again? Shiza, Aisha, everyone? Any other idea, beta?
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, can you explain the last one again?
The last one again, okay. Yes, Shiza. Shiza, I can show you the last one. So we are going back. Parenthesis is basically beta side information that builds up the information. It also gives you a whispering effect, as if the wise advice, as if the wise advice has been dropped by the writer. Something extra, something special that has been communicated to me. It's like, shh, you have to do this. It's almost like giving you side information, you know. It's almost like a warning. It could be a wise advice, it could be an alarming point, it could be anything. You have to relate with the context. Now what you're going to look at is the following text is taken from an online advertisement. When there is an online advertisement, the paragraphs are going to be shorter or longer? Who is going to tell me? The paragraphs are going to be shorter or longer? Who's going to tell me? Online reading you're doing. Do you think people would be involved into longer pieces of text? Or it has to be quick, it has to be smart? Will they be longer, miss? No, Aisha. It will be shorter. It will be shorter text. All right, so I would request those who have just joined us, I would request them, what is the lesson for today? A quick recap. It is always important to have a recap. Okay, so I would like to tell you that like yesterday we started off with our features of a promotional text, or that is an advertisement. So this is a list of all the points. What is the purpose, what is the audience, who is going to be what is the tone going to be that I will be using, what is the register, why am I giving you? Can anyone tell me? Aisha, Shiza, Can we help Motasam? Can we just tell him that why do we need to know about all of these features? Why do we need to know about these features so that we can do what in the exam? What can we do? Let me quickly look at this part which says identify. We have to identify from the text. Motasam, you don't have to worry about it because I will be sharing this also. I am now going on towards my online advertisement and I want to show you how exactly your exam style of the question or an extract will be given. But we are not going to look at the whole text. I will show you in pieces. This is your bit of first time. So when it comes to the first time, we always look at the text in sections. It's important to understand clearly rather than just to, know everything in one go. So I will be like stopping here. I need to stop sharing the screen and so I need to share this. All right. So here you are looking at the paper. Your exam style question is going to be like this, but I am not making you solve the exam style question. This is your beginning, a new chapter in A levels, chapter as in like learning phase. So, okay. Shiza beta, can I ask you to read? Please read beta. Can you read the question for us?
Am I audible?
A little far-fetched. Come closer to your mic. Yes, read the following text, which is
Advertisement for a luxury apartment called Pembroke in Cape Town, South Africa. Imagine you have recently stayed at the apartment. Write the text for a review of the apartment, which will be posted on the Real Tea Holiday Review website. Use 150 to 200 words. Part B.
So, okay, now just,
Where
just hold on. Just hold on. So basically, my step number one is I need to, step number one. What is step number one? I need to just tell you, I can't write on this one, but on a separate piece of paper, I'll tell you how to approach the text, okay? All right, so this is a fresh page. Everyone is writing how to approach the text. How to approach the text and where am I going to get the maximum marks? Step one. Read the provided text. Read and annotate. Annotate means identify the features of the text. What makes the text? I just gave you a list of the text. Step number one. So I will be able to identify that, okay, this is an advertisement. So the moment I read this part, I am going to apply, I'm going to click on the button. Okay, my brain will tell me I need to just identify everything related to the advertisement, right? So then my step number two. Step two. I need to write down question number 1A answer. Which is what? Which is a directed response. Follow the sequence, please. Which is a directed response. Okay. Now, what do I need to do? In step number 3, I need to compare my response. I need to compare my response with the provided text, with the provided or the original text, which the examiner has given me. Original text. Aisha, Motasam, Shiza, please tell me, are these 3 steps clear to you? This is called the structure. How do I need to approach a question? I have 3 steps to writing down my answer. My first step is read the provided text, annotate, identify the features of the text. Step 2, okay, I've got a question. Okay, thank you, Aisha. Okay. Step 2, question number 1A answer, which is directed response. Directed response is asking me to do what? To write a review. Write a review of what? This will be mentioned in the question. Write a review of what? Of an apartment. Which apartment? In the provided text, in this provided text, I was given an advertisement about Pembroke apartment. That this is one of the best places that you can live. You have to stay for a night or 2, holiday vacation. This is the absolute stunning destination, holiday destination. So they are giving you Pembroke apartment selling point. This is written by professional. And then examiner saying in step 2, imagine Shiza, Motusam, Aisha, that you went with your family to South Africa, Cape Town, and you stayed here in Pembroke apartment. So write your review. So without reading, you cannot write a review. Is it worth staying over there? Your word count is going to be only 150 to 200 words. Minimal word limit should be 150. That means 1 side of the page or 1.5 page. 1.5 page. Short, crisp, and precise. And I remember that in O levels, we used to write down 350 to 500 words. So this is way less than that. Way less than that. Is it clear? Is it clear? You're reading one style of the text, but you are writing a review of an apartment. I haven't taught you yet how to write a review, so don't worry about it. Then what do I need to do in step number 3? This is called question number 1, part B. What is it known as? Question number 1, part B. I have to compare. Compare does not mean only similarities. I need to show how similar and how different are the 2 text types, which is how similar and how different are the 2 text types. The 2 text types, my page is finished, so I'm going to add one more page. However, you should continue. Okay, 2 text type. So let's say question number 1, part B. How many marks it carries? It carries beta 15 marks. Question number 1A carries how many marks? 10 marks. Here I'm writing a review of the apartment. Here examiner has given me an advertisement. So what am I going to do? Here I have composed my own response in question number 1B answer. In order to write down the answer to this part, what I will do? I will do this. What is the purpose of, let's say, R stands for review, A stands for advertisement. So the purpose of the review is to provide my feedback, my personal experience staying at the apartment. So this is going to be my personal experience with audiences. With an advertisement was what is it? To persuade people, to persuade customers, families, everyone, friends, business businessmen, anyone who could stay over there for a night or two, or perhaps for 15 days, persuade customers to visit or avail their services. They have to make a sale, avail their services. So you are showing what, beta? You're showing the difference. The purpose of both the texts are different. It's providing a feedback, it's persuading. So we are going to follow an integrated approach. I'll tell you in detail. We are going to follow an integrated approach. We are going to follow an integrated approach to answer question number 1, part B. I have to integrated approach means what? Mutually between advertisement, because my first response question number, because that is a review, mutually, comparatively, in conjunction, side by side. Mutually means side by side. You have to side by side compare and contrast the review and the advertisement. So Aisha, after purpose, P stands for purpose. After purpose, what is going to be the next point?
Audience.
Audience. Very good. Thank God you remember that. So I'm going to say that is my intended audience same or different. So again, I'm going to write down review and then advertisement. So review is for the customers, right? Whether it's worth spending the money in staying at such an apartment, or in the advertisement has wider audience. Here we have also wider audience, because you must have noticed a person who wants to stay at a hotel or an apartment, they would always check for the review. How is this doing? They would go to the website. So the audiences are going to be the same, the similarity. Then we have the register. Now you get an idea what do we mean by integrated approach. Do you understand what do we mean by integrated approach of comparison? I can recap. I can go back to a point. Please let me know. Shiza, please tell me. Motasam, please tell me. Aisha me. Do you understand that I have to compare the two texts side by side? Review, advertisement, review, advertisement, review, advertisement. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledgement. I'm reading your messages in the chat box, and it comes with practice also. It comes with practice also. My students ask me, you haven't asked me one more question. You haven't asked me one more question. What is it? Miss, are we going to repeat again and again review, advertisement? No. We can say instead of review, in my response, in question number 1, part A, in the directed response, you can always use that. You can say in the provided text, in the original text, in the passage given below. You can always use these expressions in order to overcome your repetition. Now we are going to a little part. I will just read one paragraph of Pembroke so that you should be able to understand. All right. Key concept is you should be able to understand better in the quality wise rather than running off and about with the other types of the texts. Okay. See, compare. It says, compare your review with the advertisement, analyzing form, structure, and language. So form are the features, structure, I'll tell you the shape of the text. Do you see shorter paragraphs or longer paragraph? Quickly, come on, it's rapid fire round now. Do we see, come on, give me answers. Do we see shorter paragraphs or longer paragraphs? Yes, Aisha, it is very good. Shorter paragraphs. So why is that so? Because it's readers friendly. Online, when people are reading, they understand better. So let me just have, okay. This is their slogan. Pembroke, only the very best. Very best is what? Very best is what? Who is going to tell me? What is very best? Is it a comparative degree or a superlative degree? Best. What is it? It's a superlative degree. Yes, Motasam. Excellent. Excellent. It's a superlative degree. Very good. Okay. I would ask, Shiza has read. So Aisha, please read the first paragraph only. Just read the first paragraph.
Set on water's edge in the heart of Cape Town's acclaimed waterfront, Pembroke is the quintessence of luxury serviced accommodation for either business or holiday, rubbing shoulders with two of the world's leading hotels, the one and only and Cape Grace.
Pembroke is the name of the apartments, and it is next to the world's leading hotels, the one and only, the name of the hotel, and Cape Grace, because you see that they have been written with uppercase letter, one and only, Cape Grace. So they're giving you a very exclusive tone to it. The voice, I have a whole chart in your resource pack of from A to Z, all the tone words. You are going to expand the horizon of your thinking and imagination, and you can understand people in the best possible way when you start reading such text, how language is working. So they're opening with what? They're giving you the introduction of the Pembroke apartments, that they're providing you luxury serviced accommodation. So it has a royalty to it, royal tone to it. Rubbing shoulders. These are buildings. They don't have shoulders. So what is happening? Is this a simile or a metaphor or personification? We have given a living quality, a human quality to the building. We are personifying the hotel, rubbing shoulders with two of the world's. The Pembroke apartment is personified as an exclusive person who has been prominent. It's almost like a kingly stature that has been given to such a building. Exaggeration, oh God, there's so much of exaggeration over here, because I told you, what do we mean by foregrounding? Talking only about the positive side of the campaign and nothing else. So I will ask, this is, we are being launched into the text with an introduction of its location, the setting of the apartments. Wherever you go for vacations, people always look at nearby places. Do we have nearby tuck shops, we have some stores, we have a pharmacy, we have this, all those things that we can avail. So what is the second paragraph? Shiza beta, please read the second paragraph. Second paragraph.
Within walking distance of a myriad of bistros, government restaurants, popular and designer shopping, and an internationally renowned aquarium, Pembroke is an oasis to which you can retreat after sampling the city's busy delight.
A list-like effect has been given over here. A list-like effect, comma, comma, comma. Next to it, what do we have? We have myriad of bistros, gourmet restaurant. Next to it, popular designer shopping, internationally renowned aquarium for your entertainment. Pembroke is an oasis. What language is this? This is with a metaphor. It's almost like in the desert, you're nowhere, but Pembroke is an oasis, giving a quality of life-saving. Our apartments are life-giving opportunity to any of the potential customers. We are the best, right? And we are luxurious, we are royal, loaded with exaggeration. Another word for exaggeration is hyperbole. This campaign is doing a wonderful job at making a sale. Visual effect. Yes, beta, very good. Visual effect also. Perched above the marina, relax and enjoy a languid drink at sunset, being close to nature, look out over the water, or contemplate the majesty of Table Mountain after an invigorating day out and about. So when you're tired, you can relax, you can enjoy the sunset. It has everything to sustain your level of enjoyment. It's looking at your mental peacefulness. It's giving you a bit of like physical exercise, like going here and there, moving about the location. And then we have a rhetorical question. When only the very best will do for your Cape Town trip, why look any further? Why are you looking any further? Come to us. It's a very, let's say, welcoming and a very warming opening. This is the opening section, one paragraph, 2, 3, 4. It's written by a professional team, or let's say professional author. Online style has been followed because shorter paragraphs, people don't have time to dig into all those longer chunks of paragraphs. So I am sending you this document. Read only. You have to simply read this document and identify some of the features. I know it's your first time, but you're gonna do it. Only identify where is the repetition, where is the metaphor, and we will make mistakes. My students will ultimately, this is the process of learning. You will make mistake, but I am here to correct you. So give that confidence to yourself that you're going to nail your reading in the best possible way. All right, so this is the end of our lesson. Hope to see you tomorrow, inshallah. Please be on time so that you don't miss out any of the details. I'm sharing this on your WhatsApp group. All right, take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.